Now, if you're wondering about the chain of command Imperial Guard, when a colonel or a leader dies, it does go down the ranks. And what will happen is Segment in Command, which is the head of the entire Imperial Guard, or the Astra Militarum, what do you want to call it, will hire a new colonel, or they might make her the new colonel because she's there on the ground doing her duties. It all depends really on the situation.
Encoded transmission from Inquisitor Drogon to Inquisitor Lord Sharp. As we'd hoped, my lord, Forge World Graya is an ideal location to focus on my work. Though helpful, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus are forever curious. Interest can easily turn to interference. I will be cautious about involving them in my experiments, at least for now.
Now, that normally means is they don't trust the Mechanicum. But you see, the Adeptus Mechanicum are a separate faction in Imperium. Now, in Imperium, everyone reveals the Emperor as a god, which the Emperor himself did not want to be. Now, the Adeptus Mechanicus believe in a thing called the Omnissiah, which is about machinery. The reason they were allowed to keep their religion and their creeds is because, well, the Emperor needed weapons and gear, so he decided, alright, you can keep your stuff, and we'll do our thing, kind of thing. It was like a deal, a pact. Reach the Titan Manufactorum, huh?
Dropping that cannon on them will convince orcs to back away.
Indeed. We must find this Inquisitor and the Titan Invictus.
Invictus. That's the Titan we are going after. Just checking around, see what's...
Be not concerned with events beyond these walls. Work, focus, meet your quota. Increased productivity gains high favor from the
yeah. Ignore what's going on outside. Yeah, right. I've also left out a little bit about Titans as well, about what is in them, which I'll explain in a minute once we get to see the beast. Oh, by that emblem is the emblem of the Mechanicum. So if you wonder what it was, that's the Mechanicum.
Titan Invictus seems undamaged at least.
Titan Invictus seems unused, you mean? Is this invasion not enough to bring out the War Titans?
It takes hundreds to get a War Titan operational, Sergeant. Without them, it sits idle.
He's not wrong. You see, this behemoth is powerful. He is carrying there lots of turbo lasers, plasma weapons, and enough las cannons to shake a stick at. Now, here's something you should know about the Titans. The Titans have a thing called a machine spirit and a principes. Now, to even coax this thing to come alive, it would take thousands upon thousands of rituals and rites from the tech priests to wake it up. This could take months to do, or even a year. That's why they normally don't. That's why they protect the forge worlds, because when they are about to be deployed, they will do the rites. But if they are evaded, it will be a nightmare to try and wake it up. Also, the machine spirit has its own will, which the Principe, who is the main control head, is trying to keep it in check so he can control the Titan. Now, this behemoth... Now, if you ever get to see the proper model for these things, do look at it. This rendition is nice, but it doesn't do the model proper justice. Also, in my tabletop days, which I still do, I have actually fought one of these behemoths once and killed it. Yeah, it was in 8th edition, and it was death for 1,000 cuts. Not my proudest kill, but hey, killing one of them is pretty top notch.
Captain, this is an auger station. I can scan for the Inquisitor's life signs.
access authorized.
There. A lone human.
Identity confirmed. Drogon, Ordo Xenos.
Ah.
In this wing of the Manufactorum.
throughout the facility, and a large number converging on the Inquisitor's location.
Right. So he's from the Ordo Xenos. So basically, he's an alien hunter. Now, the Ordo Xenos do hunt aliens, but they sometimes will work with certain aliens if the need arises. Like work with Eldar or the Tau. Heck, they'll even work with orcs if it benefits them. If anyone's watched Dawn of War Retribution, where the Inquisitors were trying to work with the orcs to deal with a certain threat, it means it doesn't get their hand dirty. I mean, they'll deal with them later, but sometimes they'll work with Xenos to try and benefit themselves and the mankind.
The orcs have reached the Western Territories. That's close, Caleb.
Not when all the planetary defenses and the Skitarii stand between us and them.
First you don't believe there's an invasion, and now you're not worried about it at all.
Lilith, we have a far better chance of being killed on the assembly line than by a faraway orc.
Workers, take your stations. Be productive. Be dutiful.
Now, the Skitarii, they are the basic backbone of the Dectus Mechanicus fighting force. So that's who the Skitarii are. And he's not wrong about they could have died on the assembly line, because you see, in the Imperium, if you don't do your job or work, well, you have two choices. Choice one, you join a local gang and become a ganger and hope to survive those wars, like in Necromunda. Or two, you die. Death for Spawn Nation. Yeah, they're not afraid to shoot you, or if they don't kill you, they might lobotomize you and turn you into a servitor. Yeah, that's what servitor is, guys. It's a machine servant that's been lobotomized. A human lobotomized to behave.
Leandros, can you use this panel to contact our other forces?
Not directly, but I can boost Vox range.
Do it.
Access authorized. Ultramarines chapter.
Here, Captain.
Ultramarines, this is Captain Titus. Are you receiving?
Captain, this is Sergeant Midas. Squad Solidus is on the ground and making for our objective.
New orders, Midas. We are at Manufactorum Ajakis and have located the Titan Invictus. I need Solinus to come secure the Invictus while I divert to a priority alarm.
On our way, Captain. Midas out.
Yeah. So basically, Captain Titus has the right to just call and tell the species what to do, because he is the commanding officer. However, if a chapter master comes in, then yeah, he's got to step aside and let the chapter master do his thing. Now, as you know, the Ultramarines chapter master is what's his name again? It's all Gauntlet Fists. I forgot his name because he's become less prevalent now in the lore nowadays because of of Ruby Given being there. It will come to me. It'll come to me. Let's see. Where is this? Oh, great. Here they come. Oh, they're over there. I thought they were behind us. Whoa, hello. Okay, you died in odd ways. Just checking around, make sure there's no one about. Okay, let's see. Let's check a bit. Oh, skull. I was looking around to see if there was anything.
Transmission to Inquisitor Lord Sharp. My lord, the research facility is operational ahead of schedule, thanks to the tech priests. I've already begun my work to create a stable energy matrix. Harnessing these unorthodox energies is proving more promising than I could have dreamed.
Unorthodox energy, huh? Oh, I don't like the sound of that. And I remember now who we're talking about, the Marines chapter master. It's Manius Calgar. You know, I forgot about Manius Calgar because, like I said, he's become less and less prevalent these days. I remember him back in 3rd, he was such a beast and a boss, but nowadays he's just, well, just a normal guy compared to, like, the Primarch. And plus the fact as well, ever since, you know, the Primarch's return, he's kind of went, like, faded to the background. It's like many of the characters that were prevalent, now they're fading to the background because the Primarchs are here. Like I said, I think, like, with the Dark Age, I mean, Azrael and all them will be fading to the background as well, once, with the Lion back.
Inquisitor, Ordo Xenos.
Repeat authorization.
Drogon, prepare the power source for immediate release.
1 moment. Repeat authorization.
Inquisitor Drogon?
I am Drogon. And you are?
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. We received your distress call, but you seem to have weathered the enemy's attack.
I am soldier and scientist, both, Captain.
What is the status of the experimental device?
The power source is running the entire manufactorum from the generator room.
This device is a fuel source, not a weapon?
It is a complex device and an unstable one. If the orcs find it, they'll try and take it apart. It could detonate with enough force to destroy the entire planet.
That ain't good.
Then we must move it to safety.
And for that, Captain, I need your aid. This way.
You are wounded, Inquisitor Drogon.
I'm a psyker. My psychic abilities are controlling the bleeding.
Very well.
Psykers. Now, Psykers have a bit of a weird history in the 40k universe. Because you see, Psykers are both respected and despised, depending on what faction you are. If you're an alien Psyker, you're hated by all Imperium because they want you dead. In Imperium itself, Psykers, if you're not a sanctioned one, you're probably screwed. But if you are a sanctioned one, okay, you'll survive. But if you don't survive the training, that will make you into either a Inquisitor like him, or a sanctioned Psyker, or a Marine Psyker, aka Liberian. Well, let's just say you will end up on, you'll be turned into an astropath for ships to guide through the warp and pretty much die within jumps. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They do not mess about with Psykers. Or you could end up being sacrificed to the Emperor so you can keep the Golden Throne running. So yeah, not what I call a happy time with your Psyker.
Life forms detected.
Oh, the big boss.
You trying to steal my titans? Steal my loot? I'll rip your guts right out your throat! I'm gonna put your head on a spike, Space Marine! Takes more than that to kill an orc! Get out of there and kill this Space Marine! Now!
Yeah. How about you come down here and I'll kick your ass?
This way out, boys! So be it then!
And there's nothing left for me to beat up. Oh well. So yeah, if you're a Psyker and you're in the Imperium, you better pray that you survive the training and become a section Psyker, because if you're not, you're screwed. Also, psychic powers are a bit erratic, because you see, where psychic powers come from is from the Immaterium, the warp.
Has a scent for us now.
So,
Noble creature, had he not blundered onto this world?
But he did, Drogon.
ooh, new toys. You see, in the 40K universe, most psychic powers come from the warp. So, dabbling in the warp is a very dangerous proposition. As you well know, dealing with demons, chaos, and all that crap.
Full access granted.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Plasma pistol. Now we're talking some serious firepower. It's not like a plasma gun, but I'm getting closer to the weapon I want. Just check around for stuff. There we go. Ammunition replenished. Yeah, so if you think that they just automatically can become psychers and, you know, their powers manifest out of thin air, nope, their powers come from the warp. That's why when you deal with the warp, you have to be very good at protecting yourself or you're in trouble. Now what? Oh, speaking of psychers, a weird boy. Oh, new enemies. Oh, yeah. Shield boys. These guys will be immune to shooting, so this is all about direct combat. Yeah. The men themselves are weak, but their shields are tough. So with those boys, you're going to have to whack them until they break. But yeah, a weird boy. Now, the weird boys are the orc equivalent psychers to a Liberian.
Deeper does this facility
Oh, there we go.
The Manufactorum? Far deeper. The whole generator room is actually suspended above a venting shaft.
Suspended.
Yes. In case of catastrophic overload, the whole room can be shunted away into the depths.
Practical. Alright, let's go.
Yes, here we are. Yes, a byproduct of the device's function.
Colder than a Space Wolf smile. I mean, that's a bit rough. I mean, the Space Wolves aren't that bad. I mean, they're only just angry, vicious Vikings. That's all they are. The Space Pups.
Proceed into the main chamber. We need only obtain the power source at the core of the generator. I will initiate decoupling from a control console.
Understood. Brothers, guard the access points.
I have engaged the decoupling sequence, Captain. We must keep the chamber secure until the power source is exposed.
Identity confirmed. Ordo Xenos.
There. The primary shield is open, Captain. Head into the central chamber.
Alarm. Xenos detected.
Yep. Someone's using psychic power.
War boss.
Space Marine! What are you hiding down here? Whatever it is, I want it! Go get it, boys! Strike,
Hold back the greenskins, Captain. The power source
Ho
will
ho.
be free of the generator shortly.
Shut up.
You can't run from me, Space Marine!
Now, head over to the servitor station and activate it. It will retrieve the power source and get it into its canister.
Yeah, tell that to these buggers.
This sparky thing what you want, Space Marine? Then I'll take it for myself!
Bloody git.
That damn orc will kill us all. Grab it, Captain. Force the power source into its canister. Quickly!
Yeah, tell that to him he's shooting at me. Oh no. Is this what I think it is?
Sidonus, Leandros, respond.
Captain, the Inquisitor insisted you could not have survived.
Well, I did, and I have his precious power source.
We set a rendezvous in Hab Center Andres. These tunnels will spit us out there eventually.
Fine. Continue heading toward the Hab Center.
Right, so we gotta find a way to get out. Now, as you could see, that thing just exploded with unusual energies. And you can guess, guys, what kind of energies these are. The fact he said you couldn't survive it, yeah, I smell the warp here. Come on. Experimental weapon, unusual energies. The only energies I would think of would be something from a Necron, but they're not here. So, what is Jorgen doing here anyway? Something tells me I shouldn't trust him. In fact, you should never trust the Inquisition. Never. But anyway, folks, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell. I'll see you on the next Space Stream, where we'll try and get out of these tunnels and figure out what the hell we do with this power source. And how the hell we survived. Anyhow, I'll catch you later.